Hello, it's me, T.Neschell. Put something in the comments. Let me know you're watching. Put a 409, I don't know, a 99, a 9, a K, a C, a O, a V, I don't know, a 19, who knows. Anyways, talk about moving. And people say, I can't move, I can't afford it. Some of y'all that with full-time jobs can't afford to move. The fact of the matter is, sometimes you don't want to live what you consider to be below your, I guess, standards. Okay? So we're talking about peace, personal space, energy. And you living in the house with someone, your name not on a lease, your name not on the mortgage, and you just been living there and you can't take it and you can't stand it. I had a lady, because I taught driving school, and I'll give you some more stories about driving school. She moved out from her children, out of her house that she owned, just to keep her peace, to have some personal space so she can have good energy. That's the story she told me. She said, child, let me tell you something. Some of these millennial kids is coming back. And I moved out, left my children right there just so I can be by myself and get my peace. Now, all they got to do is just keep the lights on, keep the water going, take the trash out, yada, yada, yada. And if they can't do that, then they don't deserve to live there. She moved out on her children, which is very, 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 very rare. I also had some people who said, I'm going to send my daughter that extra $100 she's short, that extra $200 she's short, because I don't need her moving back here with all those kids and all them drama and all them people walking in and out. I just can't take it. I'd rather pay to play and pay for her to stay. If she's short, I got her. So you don't know what you might have going on, but for all the people that's 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, plus almost 50, and you living with somebody and your name not on the lease and your name not on the mortgage, and they driving you insane. You might have one child, you might have two, you might have three, you might have four. I don't know what's going on, but you got to live with somebody. And especially if you're working full-time and you may need to get a part-time job. I know that the average rent out here now is probably $2,000 because we are in where we at, okay? Now, with that being said, there are still some places that's $1,200 and $1,300. There's some old structures, some old buildings, some little building that's sitting by itself, maybe 2-3 apartments. It's old, yeah, it's old, but guess what? You may want to move there to get your peace. And I said before that you need to get your what did I say? Good time zone with the sofa bed in the living room and the one bedroom. Some of y'all, if you too good to get a one bedroom. Because I can tell you how I got my little one bedroom where you could almost you could stand in the kitchen and the living room at the same time. That's how small it was. To keep my peace and my personal space and my sanity when them people put them, I can't tell you what they did, but let me tell you something. I'll tell you another time what they did. But you probably need to get a one bedroom. You sleep on the sofa bed out in the living room. Your children sleep in bunk beds in the room just so that you can get your peace and your sanity, so that you can be the king or the queen of your castle or whatever it is that you have to do. Because a lot of y'all living with people just living there. I can't. Did you sign up to go live anywhere? It take 2-3 years to get somewhere for them to put your name off the list. But if you don't ever put your name on the list, guess what? They ain't never going to call you. Because they got a lot of people that's already on the list. So to keep your personal space, to keep your peace, to keep your good energy, sometimes you got to go out there and you just say, hey, this all I need. I've had people who've moved to RV parks, and I'll tell you about that later. Maybe you got to get you an old RV and move to an RV park. I ain't living in no trailer. Oh, once again, I guess where you living at to make it look good is better than you having peace in your life and you being mentally healthy. Because if you didn't know, I didn't say the trailer park. I said the RV campground. They got pools. They got game rooms. They got laundry rooms. They have parks for children. They even have a park for your dog if you want to walk your dog sometimes. So let me tell you something. Please don't tell me that you can't move. And some of those monthly slots are between $600 and maybe $800. You just got to put the RV there. So where there's a will, there is a way if you want to keep your mental peace and you want to keep in your personal space without somebody bothering you and you waking up every day and have to spend it 3-4 hours, 2-3 hours in the bathroom to get yourself together. And I'm quite sure somebody tried to come by and say, hey, you can move in with me for 6 months or come this way so that, if you want to get a job in this area, I'll let you come stay with me. Did you pass that person up? Because you was like, I don't know, because I don't like that job, and I don't want to do that, and I don't, yeah, all that. Right. Yeah. If you got to move to a one-room, a studio, where you got a bunk bed on one side and a bunk bed on the other side, and 3 of your kids in a bunk bed, you in a bunk bed too, with a kitchen table, just to keep your sanity, you may need to do that. Because your sanity and your health as a well-being is way more important than you living looking good. You don't want to move because where you live at look too good. I've had married couples I know. They was living in a nice little house. Soon as they moved to a big house, boom, problems started. Now one person now living in the basement, the other person living upstairs. One person living in one room, the other person living in another room. Because they just don't want to move, because if they move out their big house, it's not going to look good. But every day, your peace and your sanity is being compromised because you want to look good. You don't want to downgrade and go back to your humble beginnings. So stop telling, if you have not done anything to move and you've been in that situation for 2-3 years and you have not gotten a second job while somebody's available, because if you get a second job, if you just working and you doing what you're supposed to be doing, there is going to be someone that's going to help you with your children. You best believe that. There's a lot of people say, this woman is working, this man is working. Let me help him with his child. There is going to be a lot of people who want to help you when they see you doing the right thing. And they might not want to watch your child so you can go out to the party. They might not want to do that. But if you move out and you got that faith that it's going to work out, God will send somebody along the way to help you. It's just if you want the help and you're going to receive the help. But sometimes you got to step out on faith and you got to let go. You got to get it so that your peace and your sanity is intact. So if you got to move out this nice house with all these people living here that's bothering you, to move into your 1-bedroom or your studio apartment with the bunk beds on one side and the long couch on the other side for the sofa bed, or the bunk beds in the room and the sofa bed on the outside, then that's just what you got to do. Because it's going to help your peace and help you get your own personal space and help you get your sanity. Because remember, it's only one queen in the castle and it's only one king in the castle. And if you ain't the queen of your castle and you ain't the king of your castle, you might have some issues. Those rooms that you don't want nobody to, somebody up in my room, is not your room. You're not the queen of the castle. You're not the king of the castle. It's only your room when you're the queen of the castle and you're the king of the castle. Somebody to move my stuff. You're not the queen. You're not the king. So do yourself a favor. Either go and put your name on that list. Start saving your money. Start looking for a place to live. Maybe it's not the newest building. It's an older building. So what? You want to move to a new building that's $2,200, that's $1,900, that's $2,300, it's $1,800. No, you got to live in a $1,200 building. You got to live in a $1,500 building. If you working full time, you can do it. So you can't go out as much. You got to cook a little more. You got to turn the lights off sometimes and open up the blinds so that the sunlight will come in. Keep that power bill low. That's what you got to do. You can do it to keep your peace and keep your sanity. Sometimes you just got to move. Like I told you, the lady moved out on her kids. When a parent move out on y'all and leave everybody there, that speaks volumes. It can be done in reverse as well. You can do it. Peace, personal space, energy. Put a letter or a number in the comments. Let me know you watching.